Hey everyone, Heather from Heather's Health Habits here tonight, 5:36 Eastern Time on Thursday. Whew, what a week. Friday is almost here. I can't wait. It's been another one of those really long weeks and apologize for the glare on the glasses. See if I can get this to be a little bit of a better angle. Change where that light is. Okay, a little bit better. You can see my eyes now. At least I can see my eyes. I don't know if anyone else can. You can. Tell me. Anyway, so here I am, Heather from Heather's Health Habits, and I am here to talk about the power of a positive attitude. Now, I tend to think of myself as a pretty positive person, but of course, things happen in life. And when life happens, things may not feel so positive, and that's okay, right? We can't be 100% positive all the time. But I do try to instill a positive attitude in my daily life. Why? Because a positive attitude has been shown to lead to a longer, healthier life. That's right. And I'm all about the preventative health. I have been for a really long time. One reason I started getting into holistic nutrition is because so many of my friends and family would ask me about, what do I do to stay healthy? You're always healthy. What kind of foods can I eat? What's your outlook on exercise? And I'm all about the healthy habits. And that's simply because we haven't been taught habits that are healthy, right? When we grow up and we're in school, they don't teach us healthy habits. They teach us curriculums and things we need to know and knowledge to help us grow in our lives and be successful in business or whatever career we decide to pursue. So it's all about learning new habits and staying healthy that way. And being positive is one of those things. We have to learn how to do it. Because we just don't think about it. We say to ourselves, oh yeah, I think I'm a positive person, but then we might be complaining all the time, or we might be gossiping all the time, or we might be affected by people around us who have negative attitudes. And when we let all of that in, unfortunately, it can really make us a negative personality, not a positive personality. And we really want to stay positive in order to remain healthy. I mean, Harvard did a study. It was funded by the National Institute of Health, partially, and they found that they tracked women over an 8-year period, that women who were more optimistic actually reduced their chances of dying from cancer, heart disease, and even stroke. So that's pretty powerful, right? That something, what appears to be so easy to be positive, can really affect us that way. And I think about when I'm around a positive person, right? I feel energized, I feel really light, I feel like, I can take on the world when I get inspired by something. And then I think about when I'm around, negative people. And some people are just negative, they can't help themselves. That's just how they are. They have to be negative because that's just their personality. And they don't recognize that their negativity could also impact someone, right? Or that their negativity can be shared by others. And when you're around people like that, think about how you feel. You kind of feel heavy and weighed down and like, oh, life is so hard. And why do I have to do this every day? And why is it so hard? And woe is me. And it's such a pain to do this, and you just feel so dragged down and so awful. And it just, it's not a great thing to be around. So when you start thinking about, how can I be more positive? There's some very simple steps that you can take every day. And of course, my philosophy on creating a new habit, don't try to do it every single day, not when you start out, because that's just going to set you up for failure. You're going to say to yourself, oh, I didn't do it 5 days a week. I failed. I can't do this anymore. So don't do it. When you start a new habit, it takes 21 days for something new to stick. Start off 1 day a week with some of these positive methods I'm going to teach you to be more positive. Then when you're happy with 1 day a week, go to 2 days a week. Slowly incorporate it into your routine until it just becomes your routine. It can be that simple. See, unfortunately, we tend to bite off a lot more than we can chew, or we think, I gotta have results right away. Right away. I can't wait for the results. So, just take it slow whenever you're making a change in your life. So anyway, if you want to become more positive, I have a couple of thoughts for you of how you can do that. One of the easiest things to do is at some point during the day, think about what's good. That's it. Think about what's good. It may be you got to see some blooming flowers on your commute into work, and they were just so happy and lively and full of life, and that's a positive thought. It may be that you said, oh, to someone in the office, you look great today. I really love that dress. Awesome idea, outfit. So you've done something good, right? You've helped someone else feel better, put a smile on someone else's face. It could be something as simple as you got 5 minutes to go take a walk so that you could just experience the great outdoors. You know, maybe it's a beautiful sunny day wherever you are, it's still warm, you get to go outside and just feel nature as you take a walk. That's another great way just to think about being positive. It could be simply seeing a bird on a tree outside the office window, right? I mean, that's another great positive thing. You know, the other day I was talking to a colleague at the office, and a little woodpecker, as a downy woodpecker, showed up at a tree right outside where the window where we were talking, and it's such a beautiful thing to see. That was my one thing that day that I felt was good. So that only takes a minute, right? Not even a minute, and you can just say it to yourself. You can write it down. It's just thinking about something good throughout the day. All right, so that's one way to help create a positive attitude. The next way, meditation. So if you haven't tried meditation, you really need to. I started meditating probably, well, it's been a little bit over a year ago now. And, you know, it's hard to understand it at first. You know, it's not an easy thing to pick up, I've discovered. And I didn't start with a lot of time or a lot of days that I did meditation when I first started. I would try to get in 5 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week. And, you know, that's kind of hectic for me because I have a hectic life. So I, you know, get up early in the morning to go work out, you know, and have to get myself ready in the morning. And then I have a long commute to work. And so, you know, I started meditating, and I had to find a way to fit it in my schedule. And those first 5 minutes, you know, you're a little bit uncomfortable when you first do this. You're like, am I doing it right? You know, we all start thinking about it. You know, it's a little bit difficult in the beginning. So then you start thinking, okay, well, how can I make it better? Well, I discovered on YouTube, who knew, right? I should have known this in the beginning, tons of free meditations, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And they're so calming because all you have to do is sit there and listen to it. Now, your mind is still going to wander in the beginning because it's very hard for us to control our mind, especially when we're first starting to do meditation. But once you start getting into it and you can start relaxing and not putting so much stress on yourself when you try to do it, and you just listen to the meditations that you're listening to on YouTube for free, it's really a great experience. And, you know, it's actually been studied and shown that meditation can help rewire your brain waves, which helps, again, with your outlook, makes you more positive, but also can help stimulate the brain, help fight dementia. There's a lot of great studies about meditation and how it can help you just in general be healthier. So I highly recommend it. Again, try 5 minutes, a couple of days a week, maybe even 1 day a week, just to get used to it. Over time, you'll get better at it and you'll start really experiencing the benefits. I mean, now I sleep so much better now that I've been meditating, and you know, it's just such a great way to relax and not stress about stuff. It really is a great outlet. And then one final thing about having and fostering a positive attitude, journaling. So having a journal, you know, which is today's word for a diary. When I was a child, it was all about you have a diary, and that's how you recorded your feelings and whatnot. But today it's called journaling. And it is a little bit more sophisticated than just having a diary, right? Because you really want to think about, okay, what's happening in my life? How am I reacting to it? What can I do differently? Like, you can really be honest with yourself and say, hey, I don't think I did something good today. You know, I really struggled with getting this particular thing done at work, and I couldn't ask for help, and I feel like I should have asked for help, but for some reason I didn't, and then start thinking to yourself, why didn't you ask for help? Or you're afraid that people think you don't know what you're doing. Do you not think you have someone at work that you can ask for help? It could be all sorts of situations. Maybe it's your one of your best friends is going through a hard time and you don't know how to help them. I mean, we try to be there for our friends, but we may not always be able to. We may not have the skill set. I remember when I lost my parents, it's almost been 11 years now. They died within 2 days of each other, and it was so hard. And my friends didn't know what to do after a period of time. I mean, in the beginning, yeah, everyone goes to the funeral and, they're checking in on you and stuff, but then time goes on and everyone's life goes on and you're still adjusting to your new reality. So sometimes we're just not equipped to help everybody that we want to help. So we have to also recognize that for ourselves. And journaling is a great way to do that, because you can write down your feelings, write down, why you think that's happening. And you may not have a solution right then and there. You might just have to say to yourself, I'm just going to record what happened today. I'm going to put it away, and maybe I'll think about it tomorrow. Or maybe I'll look at it again in the future and think about it in the future of what I could have done differently or how I could change the situation. You just, time can heal a lot of wounds, believe me. So I hope that helps by giving you some ideas of how to create a more positive attitude. Positivity, I tell you, it can really change your health. And, a lot of people don't realize that if you just simply believe in life and life's greatness and life's purity, how much better and healthier you can be. It's a positive way of looking at life, knowing that, hey, life is not perfect. We just have to accept it, understand it's not perfect, and be as positive and in the moment as we can, because that's really the best way to deal with those imperfections we're going to stumble across every now and again. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video on how to be more positive, and I will see you all soon. Check out heathershealthhabits.com if you would like to see some of my work, my blog posts and whatnot, recipes and healthy living tips. Thanks, Fran. I appreciate that positive note and compliment, so I really appreciate that. I'm glad you could tune in, and hope you have a good night, and I'll see everyone soon. Bye.